we have a story about a new cruise terminal going to be built in Cozumel, Mexico. I have a holiday message from Christine Duffy, president of Carnival Cruise Lines. And of course, the big stories from yesterday, masks, and more masks. We'll get into all of it right after this. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. Alright, first, there is going to be a fourth cruise port built in Cozumel, Mexico. It has been approved by the local government there and is getting ready to go. Now, this is going to be not only another cruise port, which is going to be big enough to handle even Royal Caribbean's largest cruise ship, Wonder of the Seas, it's also going to include a cruise terminal. So it's going to have the option for embarkation there as well. Now, of course, we haven't heard of any cruise lines that plan to embark from Cozumel, but you never know. They build an actual cruise terminal there that you can embark and disembark from. You never know if one of the cruise lines may take them up on that offer, or you may have a ship move down there. And if it's not being used for that, it's simply another location that a cruise ship can dock in Cozumel, joining the other three current existing ports down there. Now, this one here is going to be on the northwest side of the island, and is going to include, of course, the cruise terminal, place for luggage, parking, retail shops, transportation hubs, and all the things necessary to be both a terminal and a cruise port. And of course, we have the big stories that we had here just yesterday, and that is Norwegian Cruise Lines and Royal Caribbean have both updated their masking policies on board their cruise ships. Now, Norwegian Cruise Line, of course, they were known for being fully vaccinated, absolutely no mask required on board, because they were going to be 100% fully vaccinated, so masks weren't needed. And that was a big draw for people. That was a big plus for Norwegian Cruise Lines, the fact that they didn't require the mask. And people that wanted to cruise without a mask, they were booking Norwegian just for that reason. Well, with the rise in COVID cases and the new Omicron variant going out there, Norwegian Cruise Lines has updated and changed their masking policies. And according to the email they sent out, they are asking cruise passengers to wear masks while indoors in all locations except while eating and drinking. Of course, not in your stateroom, not out in the open areas of the deck unless social distancing isn't possible, not if your mask is going to get it wet. All of the standard, you don't have to wear your mask here locations, but in all of your basic indoor locations, they are asking, according to the email, for passengers to wear their masks. Now, does asking mean that it's optional, or is that a polite way of saying you're going to wear your mask? Probably more the latter, probably more of a you're going to wear it versus, hey, if you want to. But we'll see. Now, Norwegian's changes went into effect here today, December the 18th. So, folks that were sailing today just got this change in yesterday. Not a whole lot of time to prep, not a whole lot of time to kind of change your whole travel mentality from I'm not going to wear a mask to I have to wear a mask. So it might be a little bit challenging, and we'll have to just kind of wait and see what comes from the Norwegian cruises. Now, Royal Caribbean, they have also made a change to their masking policy, and theirs is what they're calling a temporary change through January the 5th of 2022, and it's kind of an update to their current policy. So on Royal Caribbean, you already are supposed to wear a mask while indoors, but they had certain sections, certain areas of the ship for fully vaccinated people only where a mask wasn't required, and that is what has changed. Whether you are vaccinated or unvaccinated, masks are going to be required in all areas of the ship. Now, Royal Caribbean also did send out an email to those cruises that would be affected. I'll go ahead and put that up here for you now. And it is temporary change in mask policy. Updated mask protocols for departures through January the 5th of 2022. Dear valued travel partners, with the recent uptick of COVID-19 in the world and added Omicron variant concerns, we feel it is prudent to temporarily tighten our onboard health protocols to require masks indoors at all times unless actively eating or drinking. This new update also applies to vaccinated areas and venues. We're sorry for any disappointment that this may cause your clients, but hope you understand the health and safety has and will always come first here at Royal Caribbean. Despite the new requirement, we know that your clients will still have a great time on board. If your clients prefer to not sail as a result of this change or would like to reschedule their cruise, we will gladly assist. As always, health and safety protocols are subject to change. We look forward to seeing you and your clients on board. All right, so this email here was specifically went out to basically a travel agent, to a travel advisor, versus one that an actual passenger would have received. But you get the gist. You see the changes that Royal Caribbean is making to their masking policies. And again, this may not be a really popular choice for those that wanted some options on board to not wear a mask. But at least for now, it is only a temporary thing. Now, come January 5th or prior to January 5th, Royal Caribbean may reevaluate based on the current situation going on around the world. So this has the possibility to be extended longer, or it has the possibility, like they said, to go ahead and end on January 5th. We're going to have to kind of see what the next couple of weeks bring to kind of get an idea of where that may happen. And of course, it brings the question, are there any other cruise lines that are going to change their policies? Carnival Cruise Lines, for example, while they recommend masks indoors and they want you to wear them in the elevators, in the buffet area, entering in the dining room, and some venues on the ship, they haven't necessarily been 100% mandatory anytime you are inside, except for when eating or drinking. They've been kind of lenient and kind of laxed on it. Now with Norwegian and Royal Caribbean tightening those reins up a little bit, are we going to see a change from Carnival? Kind of have to see here over the next day or two and see if Carnival releases anything. But you know, normally if one starts to do something, the others pretty much follow along right behind there as a general rule. But hopefully this is not something that is going to last forever. Hopefully this is just a short-term thing. And finally, we have a little holiday message from Christine Duffy, president of Carnival Cruise Lines. Now again, this was directed a little more towards travel advisors than it was to us regular cruise passengers. But she talks a little bit in there about the restart of cruising here in 2021, mentions how, it's been an up and down adventure this whole year, talks about the number of ships restarting, when the remainder of the ships are going to restart, and even just kind of gives a little talk about Australia. Not much, just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and play that video for you here right now.
Happy holidays to our travel advisors. You are all important members of the Carnival Cruise Line extended family. And this has been quite a year, hasn't it? We've had as many twists and turns as a ride on the boat roller coaster on board Mardi Gras. But while 2021 started out with a lot of anxiousness and uncertainty, it is ending with hope, excitement, optimism, and momentum. We will finish the year having successfully restarted 19 of our 22 U.S.-based ships. And by March, all of our U.S.-based fleet will be back in operations just in time for our 50th birthday. And we remain hopeful that Carnival Spirit and Splendor will soon start sailing from Australia. As important business partners, our travel advisor community has played an important part of our pause, restart, recovery, and path back to success. We want and need you along for this ride as we continue to bring our fleet back and welcome 3 new ships to our fleet by 2023. We have big plans, and we are looking forward and thinking about how we can all be successful as we move forward. We are pleased that we were able to protect commissions throughout the past 2 years, and as you know, we will continue to protect your commission tiers moving forward. Now, let's make sure we continue to work together to fill these ships in 2022 and beyond. I'm feeling like we're all going to be struck by fun in 2022. Maybe there's more to come on that concept, so stay tuned. But until then, most importantly, happy holidays and a healthy, prosperous 2022 to all of you. We are Carnival Cruise Line. We are back better than ever. Thank you for your partnership and support.
All right, so there you go, a little video from Christine Duffy, president of Carnival Cruise Lines. Now, I do have a question for the comments today. Is this change in the masking policy going to affect anybody's future cruise? Are you considering you may cancel your cruise, change your cruise, or move it to further out because of the masking policy? Or you just going to be the type, like we're going to be, and just go with the flow? Let me know in the comments below. I'm just kind of curious. All right, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. Have yourself a great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.